Hey, welcome to Spice and Rice. So today I'm going to be making one of our favorite recipes as a Chinyan couple. It's called Chinyan Chipotle. The reason we like it is because I can add more ingredients that I like meat products, and my husband can exclude meat products because he's more into the vegetarian world. So for this recipe, we have multiple ingredients, and you can feel free to ad lib or add whatever you want based on your taste. So just to start, you have Fiesta blend cheese. So it's a combination of Monterey Jack and queso cheese, and I really like it because it gives me a Mexican feel. Then I use chicken fajitas from John Sule's. We have cilantro, onions, one big red onion, tomato, avocado to make the guac. This is pinto beans, black beans, corn, and we have two different kinds of salsa. We have the regular passe one, and we have a husband's favorite, which is mango habanero. So it's a little bit of sweet and spicy, exactly the way he likes. And you cannot miss out on sour cream, because the combination of sour cream and anything, especially salsa, is like perfection. Now as a base, I like to use rice, but you can also use tortillas, big ones, small ones, based on what you like. And of course, you have to have chips with guac. So for this recipe, of course, I need my second favorite helper, my husband.
Hello.
This is my husband, Mr. Daddy-O.
Yes, initially I thought she was gonna say this is my favorite husband.
So why don't you start cutting some of the vegetables, including dicing the tomatoes and cutting.
Yep. So just chop the onions as finely as possible. It doesn't really have to be like round. We like the onions to be finely chopped.
I kind of like mine a little bit chunkier.
I think that's because you cannot chop them finely. So it's like by default, I mean, you're not used to eating finely chopped onions.
The reason I cut my onions much bigger is because I try to finish off cutting one big onion and enough that my eyes do not water intensely.
But then, you really can't...
Whoa. This is like good quality onion.
Oh, okay, fine. Not a
penny wasted.
So the next thing is tomatoes. You can cut it round or fine. We prefer fine for this recipe. The next thing is the avocado. This is our favorite part of the chipotle. My wife likes to cut it longitudinally. I like to cut it horizontally, and I actually...
Don't get loud, honey.
Yes,
it tastes better longitudinally.
But every day my avocado tastes better than hers, to the point that she won't even eat her own avocados. So we'll cut it horizontally, not longitudinally. Okay.
Oh wow, this is an amazing avocado. It's like nice and yellow.
This is green, nice and green. It's a
green and
chlorophyll.
yellow.
It's perfect. Many times we suffer.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, fine. Sorry.
Did you scoop?
Sorry, we got this much out of it. So, okay, thank you for that.
So we used this avocado to make our guac, which my husband, he has his very famous guac. We will be showing you today. Another world famous. No, just kidding.
Everything is world famous about us, right?
So tell us how you make your guac, please.
So you need a good quality avocado. It should be ripe enough, but not to the point there are any brown spots on that. If there are any brown spots, I would highly recommend to remove those spots. But if you keep the brown spots, the taste just goes really bad. And I think at one point we used the brown avocados when my wife fed it to me, and I remember not using avocados for a month.
My husband just made it seem like I was trying to poison him with brown avocados. I just cannot win in this relationship.
Just mash it well and just mix it with some onions and tomatoes, which we'll show you in the next step.
So I want a masher, but my husband doesn't like this one as much. He prefers the one with a round surface at the bottom.
Round surface, and actually the one which has crisscross, because this one leaves a lot of space in between.
I think I prefer my guac a little bit chunky, so I'm okay with it.
Oh, is it?
But again, I like my tomatoes a little bit more chunky.
Sure.
And my onions a little bit more chunky too.
So once the avocado is mashed, the next things are to add a little bit of onions. Decide how much you want it. Next thing is tomatoes. I just basically eyeball it. And of course, we forgot to mention about the salt and the pepper, which are right over here, which will be the next steps as well. So a little cilantro. It just always tastes so good with cilantro and so fresh. Okay, we have fresh lemon. Okay.
So you use half a lemon for this?
Actually 1/4, like again to taste, like I like it more tangy. And of course to taste is salt and pepper.
I always feel like I add too much salt. So you really have to you have to kind of taste it as you mix it to make sure you have the right amount.
When I was a kid, like I would always ask my mother, like, how do you decide how much salt to put? And like, well, it's, just estimate. I'm like, what is estimate? Like, I need to know for sure.
You're like, just a little bit, just a pinch.
So ultimately, again, recap, a nice ripe avocado, onions, tomatoes, lemon juice, fresh lemon is even better. A little bit of salt and pepper, you can add red pepper also.
He's so proud of it.
Of course, we have to taste it as well and decide if we need any more ingredients or not. So, why don't you do the honors? Something is missing?
Definitely tangy. So you'll definitely like it, but it's amazing.
It's very fresh. I'd say it tastes much better than any of your store-bought avocado.
We have leftover chips that we need to finish. So, guac and chips with your Chinyan Chipotle. And then we're gonna start with our, so I have rice that I've already made. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. I'm also gonna heat up this chicken too. Babu Gio just woke up. Oh, Babu Gio. Oh, Babu.
It's okay.
She's a little disgruntled because she just woke up. But, so we just made our guac, and now we have to do the placement for our chipotle. So what I like is, I like a few pieces of chicken, and I just put them in the microwave so the rice and the chicken are warm. And then I put a little bit of tomatoes. I like a little bit more tomatoes. It's nice and healthy and fresh. And then I put some onions on it. A little bit of cilantro.
Don't forget the beans. Which one do you want? The pinto or the black?
I think I'm gonna go with the pinto. A little bit of corn, salsa.
Sour cream? Is that
Yes.
enough for you?
Yes.
I think that's enough for
Actually,
you.
a little bit more, maybe another scoop. And if you could also give me a little drizzle of cheese. So this is the final product. You can see the colors, it's amazing, it's creamy, it's got yellows, it's got reds, it's got greens, it's got purples. It's an amazing dish. Okay, so now comes the final product. We have our chipotle dish, we have our guac and our chips. Shondi just got a little bit more disgruntled. It's getting late and she needed a little bit of help. So I'm gonna, whoa. It's amazing. So fresh, so creamy. Just the right amount of ingredients for me. So I chose what I wanted for this. Now, I'm gonna have my husband's guac. It is so good, so fresh. You have to wash it down with hot A&W. The carbonation is my favorite part of it. So I hope you like this recipe, and if you do, give this a like. If you like more recipes like this, please hit subscribe. All right, bye family.